Can you feel that? Can you feel it? That's the stress just coming out of your body. Well, you've made the trek into a beautiful national park and you're heading towards a waterfall. You're almost there, and then all of a sudden you think, hang on, I haven't got my tripod. Oh no, it's all the way back in the car. Now this scenario has happened to me quite a number of times, but there are ways you can still get those nice, silky smooth, watery shots when it comes to waterfall photography by using simple camera settings and techniques that I'm about to show you.
So this is St Columba Falls. In wintertime, 220,000 litres of water come over the edge of that cliff per minute. So what happens with the water from these falls, it comes down and it goes down into this valley and it feeds out into this place called Pine Garner Valley. And a lot of the residents really rely on this water because they feed a lot of their livestock.
So today what I want to prove is that you can actually do waterfall photography without a tripod. Now what I'm using is the Nikon D850 and I've got my 16 to 35mm f4 VR lens on this. Now it's very important, you've got to have VR, so you need some sort of stabilization built into either your camera or your lens for this type of exercise. So what I'm going to be aiming at shooting at is around about anywhere between f11 and f16, and I'm going to be aiming at something like 1/5 of a second to 1/10 of a second just to get that blur in the water. So already I've looked over here, behind me here, and I've noticed this log is coming across at the base. I'm actually going to use that as a tripod. I'm going to wedge my arms in between myself and that log. So what you can do is switch it over into VR, make sure you've got your focus set up. Today what I'm also going to be using is an ND8 filter. Now with this filter, it will stop 3 stops of light coming into the lens. Getting it at something like f11 and f16, I should be able to achieve those shutter speeds of anywhere between 1/5 and 1/10 of a second, just to get that nice ghosting in the water. Now the technique I use when you're shooting handheld with waterfall photography is you've got to literally become a human tripod. You've got to wedge your arms in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this log over here, wedge myself in, get my shot, get my frame, set it up to a shutter release timer of 2 seconds. Once I've got myself in a position, I've locked my arms, hold as still as you can, and you'll get your shot. Well, that's mission accomplished. And now, as always, what I enjoy doing after I get my photography done is to take in and experience the surroundings I'm in. This incredible walk into St Columba Falls reminded me a lot of Jurassic Park. Tasmania has some of the most amazing forest walks on Earth, and this is no exception. When photographing waterfalls or anything else that requires slow shutter speeds, my best bit of advice is this: for goodness sake, remember your tripod. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate all your support and kind comments. And I'll be seeing you next week with my final video from beautiful Tasmania.